Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to ETeeski Tutorials, and this is MORZ 5, or The Making of Robot Zombies, Episode 5. So in this update, I have been mainly working on gameplay and just functionality within the game. When I say functionality, I mean things like checkpoints, just making sure the game runs. At many points, there were parts of the level where everything was just lagging a ton, so I had to adjust all my materials and textures, and light mapping, and just trying to make things run faster. So I was able to get the game to run pretty fast, even on a Mac. And yeah, and then I also have checkpoints, and I had to work on making sure the checkpoint system would save the zombie spawn points, and which gun you're holding and how much ammo you have for that gun. And then also it would have to spawn you in the direction that you want the player looking in the beginning of the game, so that they would progress through the level in the correct direction, which was actually slightly more tricky than you would think it would be. And then creating a black screen that says loading in the corner, just so that the game looks slightly more polished and not quite so laggy. But yeah, that's some of the main functionality that I've been working on in the game. And then besides that has been gameplay. And the gameplay has mainly only consisted of guns and zombies. So let's start with the guns. I decided early on that I only wanted 4 guns. I wanted a small number of guns because I'm one person and I didn't want to spend a bunch of time creating an arsenal of many different guns. And I wanted the game to just be very simplistic, and just have it be like a simple formula that other people can build off of. So I decided on 4 guns: the pistol, rifle, shotgun, and zombie gun. The pistol is a lightweight gun, and it's kind of, I guess, like a medium range gun. It's not quite close quarters, and it's not quite long range. It's very accurate, it's very light and easy to maneuver, and moves very quickly in close range. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It shoots, it's a semi-auto, so it shoots as fast as you can click. And if you can get a zombie in the head, it's a one-shot kill. And yeah, that's pretty much everything to say about the pistol. Next is the rifle, which is a burst round gun that is more geared towards long range. So to make it long range, first of all, I made it zoom in really far. So that did 2 things. It, first of all, made it really good for long range, and then it also made it very bad for close quarters. Because if you're really zoomed in and you're trying to shoot a zombie that's right in front of you, you're going to have tons of trouble because you can't see the world around you. So it's really geared towards shooting zombies that are very far away. And it's a burst gun, so it many burst guns, what I've seen in either real life or video games, have always been 3-round bursts. So I decided to be different and do a 5-round burst because, I mean, the way the code's set up, I can have it be any number of rounds that I want. It could be 1, 2, or 50. So I decided on a 5-round burst because 5 is a good number, at least for me, where I can multiply by 5 and figure out how many bullets are left in the gun. Excuse me. And then let's see, what else about the rifle? If you shoot a zombie like mid-torso and I think 3 out of the 5 bullets hit it, that is a 1-hit kill. And then also the rifle is really big and heavy, and doesn't move as quickly as the pistol, making it not so good at close quarters because you need a little bit more time to line up your shot. So it's basically really good for long range. The next gun is the shotgun, which is close range, obviously, because shotguns are always close range guns. And I believe it shoots 15 bullets that spray outwards. And it's not quite as lightweight as the pistol, but it's much more lightweight than the rifle, so you can still move it around as quickly as you need to. So I would say that the pistol is a little bit more of a sneaky gun because you can go and you can get a headshot, whereas the shotgun is much less of a sneaky gun because you have to get really close to the zombie before you can kill it in a one-hit kill. And it has a tendency to spray outwards, and some of the bullets might hit other zombies, alerting those zombies, and then those zombies will come after you. So it's not quite as sneaky of a gun. Later on, I do really need to add some code to make it so that when you actually shoot the gun, zombies will hear the bullets and then come after you. That's something that's not currently in the game. And then what else about? Oh yeah, the shotgun. All of the other guns have laser pointers with a directional light and a light cookie, so that the actual laser pointer doesn't get bigger the farther away it is. Whereas the shotgun, I used a spotlight. Whoops, I hit the mic. I used a spotlight so that the laser pointer would actually get bigger as you go farther away. And that is to indicate the farther away you are, the more your bullets are going to spread. So that is actually fairly useful in the shotgun. And then the last gun is the zombie gun. And the zombie gun is kind of meant to be a gun that's like, well, every zombie drops a zombie gun, and that's the only way you can get a zombie gun. I don't have any zombie guns hidden throughout the map. You can only get them from killing a zombie. So this results in a lot of extra ammo for the zombie gun. So I decided to make it kind of like a throwaway gun, like a last resort gun, like just shit has hit the fan kind of gun. And it has a large clip and shoots in full auto, but doesn't do a lot of damage per bullet, but you're shooting out a ton of bullets. So it's meant to be like sprayed into a room full of zombies and just sprayed into a crowd of zombies. And if you run out of ammo, you can just pick up another zombie gun because there's zombie guns everywhere. So that's how I designed the zombie gun. And yeah, those are the 4 guns. And I had to make them all balanced just by playing the game. And basically, what ended up happening in the very beginning is I kept on using the rifle. Because that was the best gun. I just naturally chose the best gun. So I had to tone back the rifle and make it not as good. The next, let's see, what else have I been doing besides work on guns? Okay, so the zombies. So I had to make all the zombies all functional. So I had to do the animations for the zombies. And at first I was thinking I didn't want to do melee in the first version of Robot Zombies because that would require me to make a melee animation. But what I ended up deciding was to add melee in, but without the melee animation, and to just play an audio sound effect for melee, so just make it sound like the enemy is doing a melee attack on you. Because the zombie animations are very random and sporadic anyways, that you really wouldn't be able to tell if they did a melee attack on you. Later on, I do want to add the animation in there just to make the game polished and really make it like the zombie really look like it's hitting you. But right now, it does look like it's hitting you, even though there's no animation in there. What else about the zombies? So I decided to make the zombies fall apart as opposed to going into a ragdoll mode. First I did have them in ragdoll mode, but it didn't look quite as natural because they weren't like human shape, and they would typically kind of like die standing up. So I decided to make them fall apart into pieces, and this is much more natural for robots, and I think it looks really good. And also it sometimes results in the zombie kind of dying standing up, or they'll like die tipping over, which is really cool. So I'll show you that in the screen recording. That's really fun to watch, and you can actually like if they die standing up, you can walk and push them over and stuff like that. And let's see, what else did I add? I don't know. That is pretty much it. Just a whole lot of playing the game, going back and tweaking it, playing it again, tweaking it, having one of my friends play it, tweak it, and just tweaking it and just coming up with a bunch of tiny little changes to make the gameplay better and to just keep the game fun. If I could go back and change something about the development process of Robot Zombies, I think I would have tried to get that core gameplay in there earlier and really make the game not so much worry about the art assets and figure out how the level design is going to work, but really not worry, but really just have that gameplay always there. Because I think that would have resulted in more time of me tweaking and making the gameplay what I wanted it to be. But I am happy with the way it is now because I've been focusing on it for the past week or two, and really getting that gameplay working and just getting it fun. Basically, I would just keep going back and like if I wasn't having fun, I would go back and change something. Or if there's something I just didn't like, I would go and change it. Or if a gun was too powerful, I would tone it down a little bit. So yeah, basically that's pretty much it. Yeah, just keep going back and just keep working on it until it's fun. So why don't I stop talking and just show you the screen recording and show you what point the game is actually at right now. Alright, so this is what the project looks like right now in Unity. So why don't I do a quick fly through and show you some of the changes that have been made since the last update. So I can't remember if it was already in here or not, but I added cells and doors for the AI. Those are the same cells and doors from the FPS 1 tutorials. Actually, I don't really need to point that out. The majority of pretty much everything, all of the code and the system is from the FPS 1 tutorials. But what I did add are these spawn systems. So each of these red cubes is a trigger, which when the player walks through, it will spawn some enemies. So this particular one, that one I have highlighted, spawns these 3 enemies in these 3 spots. And the reason why you see a lot more around here is because, where is it? There's one more. There it goes. This spawn trigger right here then spawns all of these guys because you will walk down here, and I wanted to make it look like, oh crap, there's a lot of zombies down there. So I made, let's see, 6 zombies spawn, no, 8 zombies spawn down here, so you'll be a lot more hesitant of jumping down. But yeah, that's pretty much, I have all of these spawns set up in a way where you'll spawn the enemies without actually seeing that you spawned them. For example, this one, as you're walking through, will spawn an enemy right here, or right here, and like over here. So all of the spawn points are designed so that it would only throw in a couple enemies at a time, and only in places where you can't actually see them getting spawned, so it just looks like they were there the whole time. And then the next invisible cube that you will see are these pink ones, and these are checkpoints. I believe I have 5 of them throughout the level. So there's 5 checkpoints, and they're all positioned in the direction that I want the player to spawn. So for example, with this checkpoint, I want the player to be looking in this direction when they spawn. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really worth showing before I run the game. Doesn't really look like it. So why don't I just run it and play it a little bit for you guys. So let's load. This has been very, very annoying in the development. I really wish I had an SSD in my computer because it takes a long time to load every time I make a change. So I've been trying to do 5 changes and then run the game because I have to wait this amount of time every time I try to play it. So there we go. It started. So this is where you start. I think I'm going to change it so that you start. Well, no, I think I want to change it or keep it so that you're looking at the ship when you spawn. But yeah, and then I also have ammo crates. So no matter what gun you have, you can walk up to an ammo crate and get full ammo. And then down here, I might have showed this to you guys in the last update, but I have kind of a hidden spot, and I put a rifle right here, just to reward the player for exploring early on. But let me show you a glitch that I need to fix before I, or just eventually need to fix, because right now I can pick it up. It doesn't matter that there's a ground right there. You can just pick it up. So yeah, whatever. This is lagging more than I thought it would. So maybe I won't play this for too long. Missed. Missed again. How come I can't hit this guy? Is my game just lagging that badly? The zombies can hit me. Alright, let's try killing this guy with a pistol, because obviously the rifle is broken. Yep, the pistol's working. So, yeah, I'm guessing that is just a glitch due to the fact that I'm making this game on a Mac. Because I haven't gotten glitches like that on the PC version, but I get glitches like that a lot in the Mac version. And, well, at least that's one nice thing, is when a gun isn't working, I can go pick up a different gun. Okay, I also really need to edit how you can pick up guns, because it's sometimes tricky to pick up the gun you want. But here is the zombie gun, and that gun is broken and shooting the bullets in the wrong direction. That seems to happen when the computer is running slow. I'm guessing it's like Unity just being like, well, the computer's running slow, so let's not worry about getting the position of all the transforms perfect, when in actuality things like guns and aiming need to be actually perfect. Apparently Unity doesn't think that they have to be perfect, and I think I've only seen that in the Mac version. So let's go and grab this health pack, because I need some health. And as you can see right now in the top left hand corner of the screen, my HUD is very ugly. But let's press this button and unlock the door. And as you can see, before it was like a reddish pink, and now it's like a greenish blue. So I was originally going to just do red and green, but it just didn't look right. Those weren't the right colors. So I just did colors that were close to that. And now the door should automatically open. Cool. And in the final version, I'm not actually going to have zombies in this part. I just wanted zombies in this part for testing purposes, just to get the player into the action faster. But in the final version, I'm going to have the first zombie be in that room over there. If I can hit this guy. Okay, I switched guns. So as you can see, there's still a lot of glitches that need to be worked out. And this is probably not that great of a video to watch, because I'm sure the frame rate is terrible. And my gun's broken. It seems like the slower my computer is running, the more the guns just break. And I don't think it's an error with the coding. I think it's an error with iOS, but I could be wrong. I actually have been getting similar glitches in Galaxia Interface, my last game, which I made last year, where the bullets would spawn and like just not where you told them to spawn, and there was like absolutely no reason why they would spawn in a position that you didn't tell them to spawn, but they would just go ahead and do that anyways. So that was the I didn't even fix that glitch. I released the game with that glitch because I couldn't figure out that glitch. And I've been working on that glitch for like, it started happening like halfway through development, and I could never fix it. And now I'm starting to get the same glitch in robot zombies. So, way to go, Apple. Alright, let's kill this guy. I think the shotgun might be overpowered. I'm not sure. I think I might tone it down just a tiny bit. Maybe it doesn't need 15 bullets. Maybe like 12 would be good. Yeah, because I can kill that guy from all the way here. Like, that's the distance where I want it to be a one-hit kill, is when you're actually, like, really close. But let's get some ammo and some health. And yeah, I don't know how much more there is to say about the game at this point, because it's pretty much like this throughout the whole way through. Is just kill zombies. Next, I'm gonna add dialogue, which I'm hoping will really make the game more interesting, because you'll be able to listen to some story while you're actually going through this and really give reason to why you are killing all of these robot zombies and why they're robot zombies, and like there'll be mystery there, and I don't know, I'm just hoping it'll be more interesting with actual talking involved. Oh, these stairs I need to fix. Actually, right now they look pretty decent, but normally they look, I think it's because I'm running it in a lower resolution to make the game run faster, which obviously isn't working because the game's lagging. But yeah, that's the light mapping. I need to update that. Let's kill this guy. And yeah, I don't know how much longer to play, because that's pretty much the gist of it. I think you guys get the idea. I mean, I could probably play through the whole game, but that would take a while. So yeah, I guess this has been ETeeski Tutorials MORZ 5, The Making of Robot Zombies, Episode 5. So yeah, until my next episode, I'll see you guys later, and keep making games.